What is up, guys? Innocence back here again with some more Arc Raiders content. And as the title says, people want either a PVE mode for Arc Raiders or PvP to be completely removed. Now, I know this is probably a very small number of people, which is a good thing because I just want to talk to you guys today about why I think that's a really dumb idea for this game. This is just my opinion, of course. I'm open to hearing what you guys think in the comments. And before we get started, I did want to thank you guys for the massive amount of support on my Arc Raiders budget loadout video. If you've looked at the rest of my channel, I'm sure you can tell that that video has gotten way more interaction and views than anything else before it. So I really appreciate it, guys. And I appreciate all the comments and conversation and stuff. So I figured I'd come back and talk about kind of a hot topic right now, which is people want PvP removed or they want a PvE mode. The first reason I think that this is a terrible idea is when you go out into a match and you're looting up and you get something really good, or maybe a couple things that are really good, and you get out with it, you feel really accomplished. And the reason for that is not just because you avoided Arc, it's because you also avoided or fought off players that were trying to take your loot. I think removing PvP would remove a lot of the feeling of accomplishment and kind of turn the game just into a safe looting simulator, because you can avoid Arc if you try. Like 90 to 95% of the time, if you're going out and looting and Arc was the only thing on the map, you could avoid them if you're careful enough. But players, adding in players, that's a whole nother layer. The other thing too is that Embark purposely made Arc enemies extremely difficult to fight. If you guys have played the game for any amount of time, you know that you can get into a lot of situations where Arc is just much more than even a nuisance. They're hard to fight. If you get too many of the small guys aggroed on you, you can even have an extremely difficult time. And them being hard to fight also incentivizes people to not fight each other. I had a couple matches over the last few days where there were several teams around me, but there was like a Bastion or a Rocketeer, and everybody was just coming together and being like, oh, hey, let's all get together and fight this thing and get this loot. I had a group last night. We were playing on Buried City, and I was playing with my dad and my coworker, and we saw another group, and we knew there was a Bastion nearby, so we yelled across the building. We're like, hey guys, there's a Bastion down here. Do you guys want to fight it? And they tell us they have free loadouts. We're like, that's all right, dude. There's 6 of us here now. And then we head off to the Bastion, and then there's another team fighting it, and we just jump right in, and they're happy to take the help. So I think, like, just having the ability to PvP adds a layer to this game that would be completely gone and missing and make the game feel a lot worse, a lot less accomplishing to play. That being said, like, if they want to add like some kind of PvE event, temporary event or something like that in the future, that's fine, but I do not think PvP should be removed, and I don't think there should be a PvE mode either, because people are just going to go loot in the PvE mode until they have some cracked loadout, and it completely takes the whole novelty of you need to go out with crappy stuff against real players and Arc at the same time and build up your stash, build up your equipment. If there was a PvE mode, people would just go into that mode and farm up till they have a cracked loadout, and then they would just go the PvP mode or what it is right now would just be people fighting with like the best stuff. But half the thing is that you don't know what people are going to have. You don't know if they're going to be running a free loadout, just a kettle and like a couple bullets, or if they have a renegade and an osprey. That the mystery to it is what makes it great. The ability to not know what's going to happen is what makes you feel good about getting out with your loot. That being said, I know this is excuse me, I know, or I hope at least, that this is a small subset of the audience that is asking for this. And I understand, guys, that it sucks to go out and lose stuff, and maybe you have a couple matches in a row where you're just getting absolutely destroyed by players over and over. I know there's a lot of players out there that are struggling to get along, but it's a learning experience. Go out, lose stuff, get killed. You're getting experience on what you should and shouldn't do. And the other thing too that I want to talk about is that the looting areas are labeled on the map. So there's medium value, high value areas, and then places that just aren't labeled. So say you're going out solo and you need to be careful. You should probably avoid those higher loot areas if you don't want to get killed by a 3-stack or something like that. Now generally some 3-stacks will just leave solos alone, but you obviously don't know that for sure. But there are tools within the game to help you navigate in a way that you can, for the most part, avoid PvP if you want to. Now, you can't do it entirely, obviously, but you can do it to a very large extent. So that's why it's a little bit confusing to me that people want a PvE mode in an extraction shooter. This whole game was built around the idea that people will be fighting each other or working together and fighting Ark. And again, guys, like, Ark is hard enough to fight that people are usually very willing to just get together and fight them like it's some kind of raid boss or something. So that being said, I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. I don't think Ark Raiders needs to have a PvE mode or have PvP removed. I think that's a really stupid idea, and I certainly don't think they're going to do it either. Because the game itself is based around PvP, whether you like it or not. Now, that being said, guys, that's just my opinion. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. And what's really ironic about the gameplay that I recorded for this video was that there was no PvP encounters. In fact, I ran into a couple people that we were just like, hey, how's it going? Good, you? Like, I'm just out here looting, and everybody was really chill. So you can even see from this gameplay that, not everybody's gonna fucking come up and kill you. Like, you just gotta, you gotta be careful when you're out there and understand what the game is. It's a PvPvE game. If you don't like that, I don't want to be that guy, but go play a different game. Because this game is based around PvP. It was always built on that. The amount of PvP is up to the players, and that's the beautiful thing about it. And if you take PvP out entirely or just have a PvE mode, it's going to segment the player base, and people are just going to go loot till they get something really good in PvE and then go to PvP and then steal people's stuff. I think it is a really bad idea for the game. That being said, I would love to hear your guys' opinions. Again, thank you for all the support on the last video. You guys are awesome. I just uploaded that video for my dad because he was asking me about a budget loadout and he wanted me to make a video about it, but you guys seem to really like it, so I really appreciate it. And hopefully I will be pumping out some more Ark Raiders videos here soon. So if you guys like what you see, leave a like, comment, let me know what you guys think about this whole Ark Raiders having PvE debacle. And I do stream on Twitch under the name Honestsense. It's I'm not really on a schedule right now, but if you guys want to follow me there, I do stream on there. I'll probably be streaming some Ark Raiders on there in the next couple days. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a good rest of your day.